OSU softball used to play just basically over on a makeshift field
Next
to Gill Coliseum where the football practice fields are now.
Exactly. And a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Basically,
it was in the
temporary
corner.
fencing.
It was in the corner near the Pro Throw practice facility. And it was in '99 that was the last year. They built the Truax Center in 2000. And over here they built the Hilton Garden Inn Hotel. We're sitting right now where the old track used to be, when they still had track and field all the way up until 1988. And I actually walked around the old track here, and it was like weeds growing out of it and tumbleweeds blowing across the track because it had been deserted for so many years. And they got rid of it, built this facility and the hotel, and the rest is history, and this is just gorgeous. Now
the new track.
Full count situation with 2 out to the hitter. The new track and field, which is brand new, the white facility, is just off left field. And it is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Here's the pitch, full count, fouls it off into the backstop is Copeland.
Good job by Copeland staying alive.
5-0. Banks on top here in the 4A state championship game. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Lebanon and Churchill. That should be a good one. Lebanon, the number 1 ranked team in the state, but having to come from behind in the 6th inning to win that game in the semifinals. Here's a shot that gets past the shortstop and the third baseman for a base hit or an E?
Base hit.
All right, that's what I thought. That was a hard hit ball that ended up being a single for Copeland.
Yeah, McLaughlin trying to get something going here with 2 outs. Nice job by Copeland staying alive, working the count full, making Michaela Shaw work deep into that count, and then a hard hit ball in the hole on the left side, and too tough to handle for Partain.
And that will bring up Brooke Krallman, who flew out in her first at bat back in the 2nd inning, and the first pitch catches the corner for strike 1. Here's the wind on the 0-1 pitch, and it is in there for strike 2.
Beautiful
Good job by Michaela Shaw, the right-handed pitcher for the Banks Braves. 0-2 with 2 down and a runner on first. McLaughlin, though, trailing 5-0. Here's the pitch, and a check swing. Oh, my goodness, I thought it was outside. Got her looking. And that is the strikeout to end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down. I take that back. 1 base hit. And then 3 others were retired here in this inning. So we will come back to the 5th. 5-0. It is McLaughlin trailing Banks here in the championship game on the OSAA Radio Network.
With a competitive rate on a home equity line of credit from U.S. Bank, you could open up a whole new world. And we'll be with you every step of the way. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
All right, welcome back to the OSU Softball Complex. John Warren with Dave Wenda here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. And by that I mean nice and bright and blue and clear. A little bit warm, though. It was 91 degrees not long ago. 5-0, the Banks Braves on top of McLaughlin. The numbers 1 and 2 teams, actually numbers 1 and 3 teams coming in. Banks, the number 3 team, and they're up 5-0. And a perfectly placed bunt by Mary Shorn, the leadoff batter, and she is safely aboard. I mean, that was about 5 feet out in front of the plate, where it was no man's land between the pitcher and the catcher.
Yeah, they nearly collided making the play. Lesko, the catcher, was able to pick it up, and then Sydney Earls had to just duck, and wisely Lesko held onto that ball and ate it.
All right, now Shorn is aboard, and that will bring up Hannah McCourt, who has been up twice. She popped up a bunt in her last at-bat back in the 3rd inning. And takes the first pitch for ball 1. Here's the wind and the delivery that's way over everybody's head. And that'll go to the backstop. The throw is to second base. Be careful as McCourt or check it, Mary Shorn gets over to second base safely.
Yeah, wild pitch definitely for Sydney Earls. As that one went right at the helmet of McCourt. She was able to duck out of the way, but Lesko not able to get a glove on it.
So not only does the runner get over to second, but it's a 2-0 count to Anna McCourt. Here's the wind from the lefty, swing and a miss, and a run down to third. Here's the throw. It's in the dirt. Not a good throw. And what are they going to say? The batter's out? Yes, the batter is out.
No, the runner is out. I think they're going to say she left early.
She was pointing at the batter. Okay, so she left early and the runner is out. And now a discussion between the head coach and the home plate umpire. All right, so Mary Shorn is out, leaving early. One can only assume. And Court still at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, a reach swing, pops it up just beyond the infield. The catch made by Carter, and that is out number 2.
We've seen there must be a point of emphasis for umpires, the leaving early on play, and you have there's no leads in softball. You have to wait till the ball reaches the plate area.
Shakayla Snyder is the next batter, and I don't know what's going on with Sydney Earls, but that pitch, her first pitch to Snyder, was about 4 feet, right of the home plate, and it bounced in the dirt.
And short, yeah. I think she was trying to throw some kind of off-speed, a change-up perhaps, and slipped out of her hand, but it was an ugly-looking pitch that as it made its way toward the plate.
2 balls, no strikes to Shakayla Snyder with 2 out. This one will be outside and low. So 3-0 now Snyder will be taking. But if I'm in there, I want to swing away for the fences, but coaches wouldn't let me. 3-0, they said, just take. I'm like, no, I don't care about getting on. I want to hit one out.
Yeah.
And she is going to get on. Oh, that was a delayed strike call. All right, off the corner of the plate. So 3 balls and 1 strike now to Shakayla Snyder.
Earls has good stuff and throws from the left side, and perhaps that's why Nicole Christian went to her.
Only a freshman. Swing and a dribbler to the shortstop. Throw to first is in time. Nice play by Rachel Lyon. So 3 up, 3 down. And we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning with Banks still up 5-0 on the OSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Pacific Office Automation.
Olive Garden is bringing tempting new layers to our famous lasagna, starting at $11.99. With 3 new irresistible dishes like chicken parmigiana lasagna, ravioli alfredo lasagna, and seafood lovers lasagna. All with our unlimited salad and breadsticks. And all starting at $11.99. You won't want to miss a single layer. So come in now. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
All right, welcome back to the OSU Softball Complex here on this hot Saturday afternoon of championship play for 4A softball between Banks and McLaughlin. The 5A title game coming up at 4 o'clock between Churchill and Lebanon. And, of course, it was Jesuit winning the state championship over Glencoe earlier this morning. Pilot Rock, state champions in 2A, 1A from yesterday afternoon. And last night, Rainier taking home the title in the 3A classification. And the first pitch to Sydney Richwine is low and inside for ball 1. Richwine coming up for her second at bat. That's it in this game. It's been Banks that has gone through the rotation a couple of times, and only the second at bat for Richwine, the bottom half of the order.
Only 9 outs remaining for the Pioneers. They need to score 5 runs in that time.
All right, ball 2. Now the 2-0 delivery is high. Ball 3. Michaela Shaw in the circle. Next pitch straight down the gut for strike 1.
Just a freshman, John. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that at the top of the show, but she's thrown a nice game.
3-1 delivery from Shaw. Swung on and fouled off, so a full count situation now. Did a nice job of working her way to that in this particular at-bat for the freshman Michaela Shaw. 5-0, Banks on top. If you're just joining us, this is the OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires High School Championship event on the OSAA Radio Network. Off the handle shot to left field, and it's a line drive that is caught by Carly Gerlinger. So Gerlinger makes the play, and it's one down. Richwine is retired.
Here comes Biggs, who had probably the best contact, the best struck ball of the afternoon, a double to the gap in right center. But then she was caught in a rundown as she tried to score from third after a pass ball moved her to third base.
All right, first pitch is going to grab the corner for strike one. Honestly, she's been the best player that I remember so far in this game for McLaughlin, just in that. She just rocked a shot to right center. Her base running was tremendous. She did get caught in the rundown, but she snuck over to third and looked just very good so far in this game. But again, this is only the second time we're seeing her this late in the game. And another good contact shot to deep right field that bounces past the right fielder, hits the fence. But again, because softball's dimensions are so short, Biggs will get a single out of that deal and hold steady there.
Took a wide turnaround first thought about it, because you think about if you get one all the way to the fence, it's likely a double, but she hit it so firmly out there that it got to the fence in a hurry, and now we'll have a courtesy runner for her. But she didn't want to get caught in another rundown, as the Pioneers need every base runner they can manage.
All right, so she will be run for.
Faith Kelly is the courtesy runner.
So Kelly at first, and Caitlin Slusarenko up to bat. She flied out in her only other at-bat in this contest. 5-0. Banks on top. McLaughlin coming in at number 1. Banks at number 3 with a 22-3 record. And they're getting everything settled. Taking a long time to get this thing back up and running. State champs Banks 99, 12, and 13. Here's the first pitch now to Slusarenko. And it's low and outside, ball 1. Well, there's patterns to these teams that we've talked about with teams that are getting to the championship round. It's one team wins it one year, the other teams win it the other year. And several of the teams that are in the finals this year, save for Lebanon, really, they're really one of the few that haven't had a string of appearances in the finals here within the last 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, that's the kind of newcomers, both Lebanon and Churchill, to the 5A title game.
Here's a 1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled off to the left side, just beyond the third base line. One thing about Churchill, though, you mentioned the first time at the 5A. Churchill had a run of winning 9 state titles in 13 years.
Wow.
Back in the 80s and 90s.
Wow, I didn't realize
Absolutely
that.
dominated. I mean, really, Churchill is one of the top programs historically in softball in Oregon. So they're new to it, and a called third strike for Slusarenko. First one we've seen in this game, and that is 2 down. Speaking back again on Churchill, just domination, utter domination. And that was back when that was the highest level playing against the top teams.
Right.
And just an unbelievable run of softball dominance, but it's been a while, and so...
Recent memory.
And another line drive hit right back to the pitcher for the third and final out. Jenny Field lines it right back to the pitcher, and that was a very quick half inning, and now what's going on? What do we got here? As the Banks players are heading for the dugout, they're going to say, hold on.
What?
Something went wrong, and that is not going to be an out. Somebody's going to get... I wish we could hear all this.
They're going to give Field first base, and...
Why?
And...
Field had
Faith
a line
Kelly
drive right back to the first, or to the pitcher.
Catcher interference on the hit. On the
how?
hit.
How?
The glove got in the way of the bat.
So the bat hit the glove before hitting the ball?
Yes.
Wow.
Or simultaneously.
Didn't
but
see that.
The catcher interfered with the swing of Jenny Field. So,
All right, so Faith Kelly will go to second,
yes.
and Field is safely aboard at first. And Lesko is now up to bat. Actually, no, we go back to the top to Rachel Lyon. Lyon is in the box with 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 down. And 2 balls and no strikes.
That's interesting. If McLaughlin is able to come back, that is an interesting call. Now, the umpire's right there. He can see if that happened.
Yeah, he can hear it and see it.
He called catcher interference. So they thought they had the 3rd out of the inning, and instead it's still 2 outs with now 2 on.
Very interesting. Here's the wind. The pitch swung on. 1 bounce, and the race to second base for the force out goes to Mary Shorn, and she makes it. And that is the final out of the inning.
No damage done.
We go to, what are we in?
We're heading to the top of 6th.
We're heading to the top of the 6th inning, and we'll be back after this. It is 5-0 Banks on the OSAA Radio Network.
William Shakespeare said that all the world's a stage and men and women are merely players. But Mr. Shakespeare never met Stephen Curry. Ni hao, the guy who was in the gym every dang day. Patron saint of the underdog, the league's most unguardable player. Bang, he knocks it down. So my apologies to Mr. Shakespeare, because onto the stage of mere players enters the babyface assassin. And he's about to write his own story. Fall back.
And welcome back.
Yeah.
John, how are you doing?
I'm
It's
doing well.
getting a little punchy in here. It's just so
We
warm
are, I
in the
know.
press box
I know.
that we apologize for y'all folks at home. There's been a lot of changes and that type of thing. So
5-0 Banks over McLaughlin. The play-by-play now in the 6th inning. Dave Wenda.
thanks. First pitch swinging. Katie Ragsdale, and the throw gets away. And Ragsdale will cruise into second. An error on the play.
Well, I mean, there was a ground ball to the shortstop or to the third baseman, and she just got sloppy with it on the throw over to first, and it was a throw that the angle was straight down, right at the feet of the first baseman. There really was no reason for it, and that's why the runner advances.
3rd error of the game for McLaughlin, and it puts a runner in scoring position for Emma McCourt, who tries to lay down a bunt, goes foul. And defense has been a part of certainly 3 of the 4 games.
You know, another consistent thing that's happened in the 3 of the 4 games is that the damage was always done in the first inning. The damage in this game was done in the 2nd inning, 4 runs. And then after that, they're very competitive 1-run close games,
Yes.
just like this one is.
Getting over those early inning jitters has been a big story of these state championships. And when I say defense is a part, obviously it's always a part. Bad defense,
Yeah.
errors on defense have created inordinate amount of runs early in the games here, as this one's fouled back into the screen by McCourt.
That was the first foul ball into the screen this weekend that if there was no screen, we would both be dead.
I would have protected you, John. I would have made the play.
It was coming fast
Speaking of
right
defense-
at us.
Speaking of defense. So the count 1-2 on McCourt, who has a sac bunt and a pop out to the catcher. And here's the pitch from Sydney Earls, who stays in the game, the lefty freshman who relieved Mallory Copeland. And now we have freshman versus freshman. As on the other side, Michaela Shaw has thrown a nice game, a 3-hit shutout so far for Shaw. And here's the pitch to McCourt. It's high, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now to McCourt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The scoreboard operator has been really on it. Bob Holt of Corvallis High.
Oh, great man.
Great man.
Long-time athletic director.
I asked him once how long he'd done it, and he said 15 years. And I said, wow, 15 years. He goes, no, 50.
Yeah.
Not 15.
Yeah, no, he's been at it forever. And I work with him because I do the Corvallis games. And he's just one of the nicest human beings you will ever meet. Coach of Centennial, the Eagles, when they won the state championship in football.
3-2 pitch is lifted to short left field. Coming on and making the catch is Slisarenko. And a long out for Emma McCourt. That one's been there a long time and allowed Slisarenko to make the play.
Banks still on top, 5-0, getting those 4 runs in the 2nd inning, 1 run in the 3rd. They have 9 hits, And McLaughlin with 3 errors in this game.
One gone for Alyssa Rogers, who has a single and a ground out, also an RBI. Runner at second, and she swings at the first pitch, lofted on the infield in the play made by the first baseman, Rich Wine. So 2 gone, and Katie Gerlinger will be the batter. She's 0 for 2, fly out, ground out. Banks leading 5-0. 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, no runs, 3 hits and 3 errors for McLaughlin. And it's uncharacteristically one-sided in the meeting between these two. McLaughlin won the regular season meeting. This one popped up on the infield. Tough play for the pitcher. It's a fair ball. She kicks the ball into foul territory, trying to make the sliding catch, and it will be an infield single.
And that was a tough one, but Gerlinger gets aboard.
So Gerlinger at first. Ragsdale moves from second to third. Runners at the corners and back to the top of the lineup. And the very dangerous McKenna Partain, who has a triple and an RBI in this game. She's 1 for 3.
Headed to play softball at Minnesota. And here's a stolen base.
Defensive indifference.
I like that. Is that an actual call?
Yes.
Okay. I'm new to the whole scoring thing, but I like defensive indifference.
Runners at second and third, and the swing and the miss.
See, they had a big semifinal.
It may still go. Now, I should say it may still go as a stolen base. There was no throw. So defensive indifference would mean that it's an inconsequential runner. Here it is an important runner. So likely the official scorer would say, no, that's a stolen base, but no throw on the play.
According to the stats, Partain batting .600 on the year. 6 out of 10 times, when 3 out of 10 times will get you into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
That's right. That's a great average. And that's why she's going to play D1 ball and likely will be a top of the order type for the Golden Gophers. Left-handed batter, slap hitter, high average, high on base percentage.
I wonder if she'll go to the Oregon State-Minnesota football game on Thursday, September 1st.
0-2 and swing and a miss, and Partain is down for the second time on strikes. That ends the inning and ends the threat, but Banks continues to lead 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th on the OSAA Radio Network.
The most heart-stopping, game-changing, tie-turning moments in high school sports. Under Armour highlights of the week on the NFHS Network.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Back in Corvallis, Banks leads 5-0. 5 runs on 10 hits and just 3 hits allowed by Michaela Shaw, the freshman starter for the Braves. And how about the freshman, John? First-year high school varsity player pitching in the state championship game against a storied program like McLaughlin, and she has looked like a seasoned veteran.
She really has, and unlike college, if you're a high school coach and you have a freshman who can do that, you're thinking, oh, I got 4 more years.
Yeah.
Because in college, they can leave early and go do other things, but, man, that is fantastic. Only a freshman, looking like a senior and doing a great job.
Shannon Carter is the batter, and she looks at a ball low. Carter 0 for 2, a ground out and a line out. Only 3 hits, 2 of them by Abby Biggs, a double and a single. And then a slap attempt, and it goes just foul as it's sliced away from the batter. It'll be Carter, Micah Fortune, and Mallory Copeland. Copeland has the other hit